And now we get to talk about the Broncos. The new Broncos owners are officially here in Colorado, and today we got to hear for the first time other members of the Walton Penner ownership group,
including businesswoman Mellody Hobson and former U.S. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice. And we have team coverage on today's official ownership arrival in Denver.
Denver 7 sports anchor Nick Rothschild will kick us off. And Nick, the Broncos' new era has begun.
Oh yeah, today represents the final push away from shore for this new Broncos ship. The last 10 months or so have been extremely tumultuous. So much change, new coach, new quarterback, and now officially new owners. So we set sail to a bright and optimistic horizon with this group steering the ship. Rob Walton, his daughter Carrie Walton Penner, her husband Greg Penner, Mellody Hobson, and Dr. Condoleezza Rice, all making their first formal appearance as owners of the Denver Broncos. Of course, not pictured here, Sir Lewis Hamilton. He's a little busy with Formula One racing. Hobson and Rice represent the first black female owners in NFL history. And for Rice specifically, a lover of Colorado and DU alum, this moment felt like something predestined at birth.
You have to understand how much I love football. My dad was a football coach when I was born. I was supposed to be his All-American linebacker. When he got a girl, he decided to teach her about the sport instead. And even though my father's gone to the Lord, I have to think that today he's thinking, she finally got a really important job.
Well, our Broncos insider Troy Rank was at the ownership press conference this afternoon. He joins us now live from UCL Training Center with a look at how the Broncos will run going forward.
Yeah, Nick, it was an historic day out here for the first time in nearly 4 decades. Someone besides Pat Bowlen owning the Denver Broncos. And we learned more about how things will be run, Nick. Rob Walton bought the team, but today he named Greg Penner, his son-in-law, as the CEO. Now, Penner, he needs to hire a president. He says he has enough time as the chairman of the board of Walmart to devote to the Broncos, but when he hires
I think sports experience is really important. Is it absolutely essential? I'd say probably no, but it would make the bar higher to find the right person. We start with general characteristics of we want somebody that really high integrity, great values, great leadership, diverse set of experiences, someone that aligns with our values as partners here, and we think we can find somebody great.
Well, out here at practice today, Nick, we had Peyton Manning and John Elway. Peyton Manning at one point talked with the Walton Penner group and all the family members. Does that mean they could have a role moving forward? The simple answer is not right now.
We're in a terrific position of having 2 great Broncos that they were both out here today, and it's been fantastic to spend some time with them. John Elway is the ultimate Bronco. He won championships as both a player and an executive. Have had a chance to visit with him and look forward to learning as much from him as possible. And Peyton is one of the greatest NFL players of all time, and obviously won a championship here. We've had a chance to get to know him through the process as well. And so that's we're just going to learn from both of them. It's going to be, I think, a really good relationship.
Well, what about their current quarterback? Can they start talking contract extension for Russell Wilson? Penner basically said at this point, there's nothing to say. That's something we will monitor because that contract, Nick, could be upwards around $250, $300 million. Back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks, Troy. And one thing they all reiterated, guys, throughout the press conference was that purchasing this team is about football. It's a football venture, not solely a business venture. And they want to win championships here in Denver very badly.
They've got almost as much star power in the ownership group as they do out on the field.
So pretty impressive,
pretty cool.
Yeah, and exciting.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick. With Mellody Hobson and Condoleezza Rice and Lewis Hamilton included in the Broncos ownership group, so the team now becomes one of the most diverse ownership groups in the NFL.
Currently in the NFL, there are just 2 owners who are people of color. Jacksonville Jaguars owner Shahid Khan is Pakistani American, and Kim Pagula, who's Asian American, co-owns the Buffalo Bills. In fact, 22 of the teams in the NFL have been owned by the same person or family for at least 20 years. And the lack of diversity doesn't just stop at football. Of the 3 biggest U.S. sports leagues, just 6 people of color are the principal owners for teams in the NFL, NBA, and MLB, and just One principal owner is black, and that is Michael Jordan, who owns the Charlotte Hornets.